The laughter was loud, too loud. It rang across the white tablecloth like knives scraping porcelain. "David, go find another table," my brother's wife announced, her voice sharp with mockery. "This one's for family, not adopted guys." They laughed. Every single one of them. My brother, my cousins, even my so-called mother. I smiled, quiet, calm. I had trained myself for this moment. The waiter slid a check in front of me. $2,270. Their feast, their wine, their cruelty wrapped neatly in numbers. I didn't flinch. I sipped my drink, pulled out my card, and paid. But just as I rose to leave, I heard a voice, steady, certain, mine. "Just a moment, please. I wasn't born into them. I was chosen. Or so I thought. When I was 7, my parents left me at the orphanage. My brother's family took me in. I believed it was love. Believed I mattered. For years, I built their fences, fixed their cars, and solved their problems. I was their handyman, their shield, their shadow. But shadows aren't family. Shadows are reminders. They never let me forget it. The cracks widened last winter. I found out my brother had been draining our father's estate. Money I was legally entitled to just as much as he was. Documents lost, signatures forged, my share gone. I confronted him once. He laughed in my face. "You're not blood, David. You should be grateful we even let you sit at the table." That was the night something inside me went quiet. Pain is loud at first. Then it sharpens into silence. That silence became my weapon. I studied. I listened. I gathered. While they mocked me, I pulled records, bank statements, property deeds, and hidden accounts. My brother wasn't just greedy. He was sloppy. His wife, too. Loans in other people's names, credit cards maxed out on vacations they swore they earned. Piece by piece, I built my puzzle. Lawyers never knew I existed in the background. I became the ghost in their files, the invisible hand that reshaped their world. And then I set the trap. I quietly bought the restaurant they loved through a shell company, the place where they gathered, where they played family. I let them keep coming, let them laugh, let them drink. All the while, every bill, every toast, every careless insult was feeding into my design. Back to tonight. Their laughter was still echoing when I turned toward the waiter. "Would you mind bringing me the other folder?" I asked. The room quieted. My brother frowned. "What folder?" The waiter returned, placing a second leather case on the table. Not a bill. Documents, thick, stamped, legal. I slid them across. My brother opened it, his face draining of color. Pages of his forged signatures stared back. Bank transfers traced, properties seized, every debt, every lie itemized. "What the hell is this?" His voice cracked. I leaned closer, calm, cold. "It's everything you stole and everything I've taken back." His wife reached for the papers, hands trembling. "This isn't legal." "Oh, it's legal," I said. "You should know. You signed half of it." Their laughter had vanished. The cousins, the uncles, the so-called mother, all silent, staring, watching the empire of their arrogance collapse in real time. The waiter placed another slip of paper before them. This one wasn't a bill. It was a notice. Effective immediately, their accounts were frozen, their credit destroyed, their properties transferred. I had spent months timing it to this very dinner. "You'll find," I continued, "that the house isn't yours anymore. Neither is the car or the lake cabin. Everything is gone. Sold, seized, or signed over. You wanted me out of the family. Congratulations. I'm gone. But I'm taking my inheritance with me." My brother's face twisted. Rage. Fear. He slammed his fist on the table. The glasses rattled. You bastard. I just smiled. No. Just the adopted guy. The fallout was immediate. His wife burst into tears. My so-called mother stared at me as though seeing me for the first time. Cousins whispered, calculating what this meant for them. I stood calm, unhurried. Every eye followed. You all laughed at me, I said softly. But I kept my silence, and silence is dangerous. You thought I was the outsider. Tonight I proved I was the one you should have feared. I left cash for the waiter, his tip more than fair. Then I walked out. That was 3 months ago. Since then, they've scattered. My brother took a job stocking shelves. His wife sells trinkets online. The house they flaunted sits under my name. I haven't set foot in it. I don't need to. Revenge isn't about living in their ruins. It's about building beyond them. Do I regret it? Not once. I gave them years of loyalty. They gave me betrayal. I answered with precision. I still hear my brother's wife's voice sometimes, dripping with arrogance. This table's for family. She was right. And now, finally, it is.